Y'all.
What?
Quick left, right around that. Yeah, that's perfect, Coach. Thank you. I'm going to have you closest to me, Coach.
Okay.
Thank you.
That works.
Let everybody get settled quickly. Okay, now joining us from Duke is head coach Kara Lawson, along with student athletes Aluchi Okanawa and Reagan Richardson. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we will get a mic to you. Please introduce yourself and provide the name of the media outlet you're representing. If you're on Zoom, please use the raise hand feature if you have a question. Just a reminder that no video recording is permitted in here, but we can get you a recording afterwards. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach, and then we will open up for questions, so go ahead whenever you're ready, Coach.
Proud of the team's effort. Any win in March is a good win. It doesn't matter how it looks or what you do. And this is such a difficult tournament, and Louisville is a terrific team, formidable opponent for us. We started the game off so well defensively. I thought the first half was a great defensive effort by us. And, then they made a run, as good teams do. And I was really proud of how we settled ourselves back down. We got a little sped up, made some uncharacteristic plays, but we settled ourselves back down, and that's what you have to do in March. Like, you have to be able to handle another team's run and then come back, and we did that with some winning plays. I thought these two up here were really pivotal for us winning. Aluchi making plays and finishing. I thought Reagan's 2 threes late when we had kind of gotten a little wobbly there offensively steadied us. They were big-time shots, so just pleased to be moving on.
Thanks, Coach. Again, if you can raise your hand if you have a question, and please designate if it's for Coach or for one of the players. We'll go ahead and open it up. Go back in the center section, and then up front and center next.
Hi, Coach. My name's Lucy. I'm from the Chronicle. Great game. I wanted to ask you about how critical. I saw you have 12 points in the second chance and 13 off fast breaks. I know, Luchi, you had some critical ones in that. Coach, could you just talk a little bit about how critical those stats were to that first lead you guys got and maintained for the first half?
Transition was a point of emphasis for us on both sides of the ball. I'm very proud of the 13 points that we were able to get in transition, but I'm more proud of the 0 that they got or didn't get. That was something that we talked about, that we needed to try to limit their transition game. They have so many athletic players, and so I thought to win that in this battle was a big reason why we won the game.
We'll come up front.
Brendan Potts, World Exposure Report. Coach, we talked back in November about Toby Fournier, and you mentioned that she's learning the game. Can you talk about her? What's impressed you about her ability to learn and adapt the game so quickly this season?
Yeah, I think as a freshman, Toby's no different than other freshmen in that way. It's just a year-long basketball course is what it is. And there are certain maybe subjects that are more challenging for you in the beginning, and then you get the reps and you get to play, and then you get into conference play, and that's a different level. So I think the thing that impresses me about Toby is she has the ability to rise to the level of the game and of the matchup. And she makes plays for us. She's been incredibly productive for us this season and very efficient as well. She finishes. And her rebounding has ticked up as of late, which we've really needed, the rebounding. So I think just that, her ability to kind of meet the level of the game and the level of the opponent is a great quality to have in a freshman.
We'll go back to the Chronicle, please.
Hi, Luchi. Great game today. Right towards the end of that final quarter, you had a quick fast break, and then the ball was maintained on your side of the court because of that full court press, and then you got that critical deflection. Can you just talk a little bit about what it's like competing in that full court press and how you think that contributes to your game as a team?
Yeah, of course. I mean, really, with this team, I love playing with this team, especially when it comes to defense, because we kind of give off each other's energy and each other's intensity, and when we're all locked in and we all have that one goal, it's like we're unstoppable.
Could you add a little bit about how critical that press is to your guys' overall game and how you define your team?
I think our pressure is, part of our DNA, really. It's part of who we are. And I love it because I think it speaks to, what Aluchi spoke of. It speaks to togetherness, a group, and everyone being bought in to win. Because you can't have a one-player press. You can't have a two-player press. You can't have a good defense if only 3 players are willing to play it. It takes all 5, and they all 5 play critical roles. And I'm fortunate as a coach to coach very versatile players defensively. So they can switch and guard different types of players. And we always challenge them to say, don't be the weak link defensively on our team. Well, it's hard not to be the weak link because there's a lot of good defenders. So they have to practice hard to not be that. And these 2 young women and the rest of the women in the locker room have really just taken to that. And that allows us to get those transition points too. If we play good defense, we get to get out and run.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go back on the left, please.
Brian Murphy with WRAL. Reagan, both the other women up there have talked about the defense. What do you see in the other team? Louisville shot only 32%. Do you see that defense, wearing them down as you get into the second, third, fourth quarter, and the fact that, they just don't want to have to work as hard offensively as you guys force them to?
I mean, Louisville's a great team offensively. Our main thing for us was just to apply pressure, and today we applied the best pressure that we probably ever did this season, and ultimately it allowed us to get stops on the other end.
Coach, can you just address that defense and the fact, how hard is it to get everyone to buy into that? Obviously, you're recruiting at a very high level, very good offensive players as well, but to get them all to buy into what you want to do defensively?
Well, I don't think I do much of anything except recruit the right players. If you think that someone just putting a uniform on is going to make them be relentless and competitive and all that, that's not how it works. You have to go find that. And so that's something we look for. We look for players that have this insatiable, appetite to play hard and give great effort. And so that's not something I had to do. They came this way. This is how they were raised. This is how they were raised in the game by their youth coaches, their high school coaches. And then we try and augment those strengths that they have, and we try to grow them and make them better and increase their understanding of the game, their basketball IQ when they're here with us. So there's not really much that I can take any credit for. It's really the players. And then my assistant coaches are phenomenal teachers. And so they're the ones that are really I don't know if they're geniuses, you guys. I don't know if assistants are geniuses, but they're the ones that are teaching them and watching individual film with them and growing. So it's really that partnership to me that makes our program special. It's the type of young women in our program, and then it's the staff that I have.
We'll go back in the aisle here.
Royal Howell, the Juice Network. Ladies, this question is for either player. Suffering the defeat to Louisville early in the season, your only home loss at Cameron, was this game personal for you? I just asked Toby the same question in the locker room, and it did seem like a sense of being personal, a little bit more physical on the court, trash talking, which is a part of the game. But was this game personal for you all?
I wouldn't say it's personal. It's just another one of those games. Louisville's a great team. Just being able to compete on the court with them was amazing. Yes, there's going to be trash talking. That's just where the game is. But ultimately, we both have fun out there on the court.
Lucci, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would just say, kind of starting postseason, it's like a clean slate now. So we're addressing every single game that we play with the same intensity, the same competitive spirit.
Coach, as you all get ready for 2:30 tomorrow against Notre Dame, how do you take the emotions from this game and get ready for a battle tomorrow, a team that, you all lost to regular season, but you get ready, a new slate tomorrow night. What's just your impression on that game tomorrow?
Notre Dame's a phenomenal team, very complete, and, they've had a great season, obviously won the regular season along with NC State. And so we understand the task that's in front of us. Honestly, it's really like get back to the hotel as quickly as we can. So if y'all don't want to ask any more questions, that'd be great. We'll get these guys dinner. get them off their feet, get a good night's sleep, and then come out and play. And honestly, this is the greatest time of year. Like, you get to play, and then you go to sleep, you wake up, you play again. This is what you want. You want to be in March basketball. You want to be playing meaningful games. And, man, we got a meaningful game tomorrow to play for an opportunity to play for an ACC championship, And so both us and Notre Dame have that opportunity. If we win the game tomorrow, we're going to play for an ACC championship. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what else would.
Do we have any other questions for Duke?
Very coachable. Thank you.
Thank you all. Louisville will be in shortly.